Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel, Savvy Beauty. If this is your first time stopping by, my name is Helen and welcome. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is I did a new at Ulta haul. If you haven't seen that, I'm going to link it in one of those little iCards at the top and down the bottom. What I'm going to be doing for you today is using all those products for the very first time and giving you my first impressions. So this is a new at Ulta / first impressions video, so let's just get on into it. Okay, so the first product that I'm going to be trying is the Lottie London Insta Filter Pore Eraser Stick. Mine broke on its way to me, so I'm trying, it feels like it's rattling on the inside. I'll try to squish it back in. So I'm just gonna apply this only in the areas where I feel that I have larger pores, which is gonna be on my forehead, to my nose, and just a little bit on my cheeks, and a little bit on my chin. So this is a weird product because it's a stick. I've never, used anything quite like this before. Let me make sure I put that out. Oh my God, it feels kind of like I'm putting a glue stick on my face. And then when I am sort of blending it with my fingers, I don't feel like, I feel like I'm just wiping it away as opposed to blending it in. It's really weird. Let's try a little bit more up on my forehead. I feel like I have really horrible pores on my forehead, and I feel like I have problems with products sticking there, or not sticking there, I should say. So put a little bit between my brows. It does really feel like a glue stick. Now, I had read when I bought this, there was literally one review on Ulta's website, and it said that this product was so hard they couldn't get it to work. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's not hard. Mine came broken because it melted. Okay, so right now, I'm just gonna say that's interesting. Let's just see if it helps my makeup to like even stick to those areas. I feel like I just put on a glue stick. I feel like on my cheeks it does nothing. So the next product I'm gonna use is the Lottie London All About That Base Full Coverage Matte Stick Foundation. I picked this up in Ivory. I hope that it is not too light for me, because I got a little bit of a tan. That is probably not light, too light. Now I'm gonna apply this the way that I would normally apply foundation, which I don't think I've done too much of, but I got this brush in a BoxyCharm. This is a crown / BoxyCharm like oval brush. All right, sorry for the quick interruption there. My camera decided it wanted to have a shit fit, and then my brother showed up and I had to show him where to plug in an extension cord with random makeup on my face. So going to be taking my oval crown brush / BoxyCharm brush, and I'm just going to smooth this out. It does say that it's a full coverage product, but I'm not getting that. So this foundation is definitely light for me, so we're gonna have to do some fixing. But what I do once I've applied it with the brush is I go in with a sponge and I just sort of pat it in a little bit. Like, I prefer the brush to apply, but I like the finish of a like beauty sponge. All right, the next thing I'm going to be using is this Flower Beauty. This is not new. This is in shade BC1. This is a concealer. It's supposed to be a brightening concealer, and it's a little twisty twist, which, let's see how long it takes for product to get up there. Okay, so all of a sudden it came out all at once, like that. Oh my God. This is definitely like way too much. You know what? I don't even have an eyeshadow primer in here, which is perfect. This concealer is really yellow. I'm gonna use my NARS No. 7 concealer brush to sort of like pat this out a little bit because this is like a ridiculous amount of concealer. OMG. Oh my Lord. All right, I'm gonna have to use a sponge to sort of try and fix this. Well, it blends out nice. So tip number one for this, be very careful. And two, look at how much I had to twist that up in order to get the product out. Like, that's ridiculous. It's like half gone, and there's so much on my hand. Already disappointed with the product without even having to wear it. And it's so yellow. It's so weird. I don't like this. So to set, oh, I took it out already. I'm gonna be using the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder. I've used this so many times. I love this. I didn't have a new setting powder to try because I just didn't buy one. So I'm gonna set my entire lid and all this concealer. So we have two things of eyeshadow to work with today. We have the Lottie London Daydream palette, and then we have the Note Professional palette in 102, which is like the purpley one. And I did say that it reminded me about the Marvelous Mauves, and I think that was wrong. So this is the Note palette, if you remember. Oh my fucking God. So I just tried to flick the plastic off because I was having trouble getting it off. And this is like a plastic overcover. And this entire second shadow literally just fell out of the palette because the glue is not good. So we'll be more careful with that, and I'll try to stop digging my nails into palettes. This is the other palette that we have. This is the Lottie London Daydream palette. I think we're just gonna sort of mix the two of them. The thing is there's not really many transition shades. They all seem to be shimmery. Oh, maybe that's matte. This In the Buff shade is also matte. Okay, so nice little selection of mattes. So these guys are mattes. That's this one here, this In the Buff, Man Crush here, and then you've also got No Filter, which is also looking like a matte to me. So that's good. I'm like really pissed about that Note shadow because it did not come wrapped in any sort of plastic when I got it, and now the freaking shadows are falling out. They were damaged. They didn't think they were that damaged. I'm just not happy. So the first brush I'm going to be using is this guy right here. It is just a fluffy type shadow brush. This is just I don't have a number or a name for this brush. This is an eBay purchase actually. So we're trying these out a little bit. I've tried some of them, this one included, as you can see. So from the Lottie London palette, I'm going to pick up this shade right here in the Buff. It's very light, and I'm just going to use that all over my lid. Yeah, okay, so this is super light. Like, yeah, this one's super light. You can't even like see it at all. I'm gonna take a blending brush. I'm gonna try this guy. This is a brush from Do Color. This is something that I also purchased from the interwebs. I thought it was really, really pretty. I'm actually gonna pick up Beach Bum, which is the contour shade or bronzer shade in this palette. It's this guy right here. So I'm gonna just pick that up on this fluffy brush and see how that does in the crease. So it gives me a little bit of color. So there aren't huge amounts of color payoff, but again, that's supposed to be a bronzer shade. So Yeah, I'm not expecting a whole lot out of it for my eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and use my color switch on this brush right here, which if you haven't seen how to make the color switch, I will link that in the iCard. This should pop up right about now. Go in with this shade, Man Crush. I don't have a lot of transition shades, and this first one in the buff did nothing. So I'm gonna use that Man Crush shade, and I'm just dipping it in. There's a lot of kick up. Just gonna use that to deepen up the crease. So this guy, it's a little patchy. It could also be this brush. I'm gonna change to, change to my Wet n Wild brush, my Wet n Wild crease brush. And I'm just using my color switch on it to make sure there's no color on it because it's stained up pretty well. But I'm not going to put any additional color. I'm just going to try and blend this. All right, so I think it blended a little bit better with this brush. Still a little bit patchy, but not the worst. So I want to go into this Note palette. I'm trying to look at my lip options too to make sure that I don't have, or that I have something that's gonna go with this. I'm gonna keep it kind of light, and I'm gonna go in with, I think I'm gonna go in with this guy right here. There's no color name for it. I'm gonna use my old school favorite little shadow brush. I'm just gonna put that all over the lid. Oh wow. So I did say oh wow because when I first put it on, a lot of color deposited, and it was really pretty, and then once I spread it across my lid, it disappeared. So I'm gonna go in with a second hit. Okay, so I even went in with a little bit on my finger and tried to dip it in there to get something going on. I am going to try to go in to punch it up a little bit. I'm going to use this shade, what's it called? First Kiss right here. This is from the Daydream palette, and just try and get some more something going on here. I'm going to take the bigger version of that other brush. This is the Oldie But Goodies, and I'm going to dip it in here. Again, a lot of kick up on these shadows. Like a lot. Like, let me just show you this. I just dipped my brush in there a few times, and look at all that powder. So tap off the excess, and let's try and well, that's nice. It brought some nice lightness. I'm gonna go in with this darkest shade from the Note palette and maybe try and deepen out the outer corners. I just am using the same brush from the center of my lid. Whoa, now that shade, has something behind it. What the hell? So this shade, upon trying to sort of blend it a little bit, look, watch. I'm just touching the edges and trying to tap it and blend it a little bit, and it literally just disappeared. Gone. This is shit. Don't buy this. Right here? Nope. Yeah, as soon as you try and blend those shadows, look, they just turn into nothing. And my eyes look like one giant sort of muddy mess. All right, in some attempt to try and salvage this, I'm gonna take No Filter, which is from the Daydream palette, and add a little depth to the outer corner. That seems to work a little bit. I'm just going to pick up the First Kiss shade from the Daydream palette, and I'm just gonna try and, oh my god, the fallout, far out. Look at this. Like, can you see the amount of fallout that is on my face? This is ridiculous. Okay, so I'm just, at this point, I'm sort of just getting like really frustrated with this. So I am just going to grab a small brush. This is just a brush from Real Techniques. I'm going to grab the shade Girl Gang from the Daydream palette. Oh my gosh, look at that. A shade that actually works. All right, so I'm going to be doing my brows. I'm going to be using the Shady Slim Brow Pencil by LA Girl. It is not new, but it is new to me. This is the color Brunette. I hope to God that it's not too warm. It is a very tiny, like, little micro pencil. So let's just see how this goes. Oh, and I can't even get the freaking cap off, or the plastic off the cap on the back. All right, so for lashes, I'm going to be using the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. Again, it is not particularly new, but it is new to me. I have not used it before. Wow, it's got a little bit of an interesting wand. My camera doesn't want to focus, it hates me. There you go. Let's see. All right, the mascara, not too bad at all. I can't complain. It's not the best mascara I've ever used in my life, but it's not the worst either. So that's that. We're gonna go in for blush. I'm gonna be using the Lottie London Blush Crush in Justin. Oh my God. There we go. Looks like a douche. I'm just gonna be using the small stippling brush from Wet n Wild. Okay, so this is doing exactly sort of what I thought it would do. When I picked this color, it's a very natural flush, which is what I like, because I already have enough flush going on. So I'm gonna go back to this Daydream palette because that is the bronzer that we have to warm up the face, and it is Beach Bum. It's that first shade that we used on our crease, and I am just gonna take that, I think, on this guy. This is my Royal and Langnickel large powder brush. I'm just gonna dig in there, pick it up. So that's that sort of contour bronzer shade. I actually like it. It's not too warm. It's not making me look like, you know, oh, my hair's all messed up. It's not making me look like my skin is orange by any stretch of the imagination, so that's really nice. I'm gonna try this brush. This is from the like rainbowy set from before. This set is actually from a brand called Dew Color, I guess. I'm gonna take this in the Glow highlighter, if any of it comes out. I like that. It's very soft, very natural. I'm gonna see if it's just this brush that's making it like that soft, or if my e.l.f. brush will make it a little bit brighter. This highlighting brush, it seems to make everything like papaya. Right home about, it sort of just looks like you can't see it straight on the highlighter. You can just sort of see it when I turn my head in different directions, and I like it. It's very soft. That's what I'm starting to notice with this like Lottie London palette. The things are just very, very soft in this palette. And for lips, we have a bunch of options, all things I have never tried. So we have the Slay All Day in teal. This is not going to work with this look. I've also got the Lottie London Slay All Day in Vibes, which could work. The Kokie Professionals lip powder, this one is in Saucy. I've also got the lip powder from Kokie in Infamous. And then I have a ColourPop. This is in Lumiere 2. And I'm not going to use that one. Just use a little bit more of the Jersey Shore Cosmetics Mandarin Green, Orange, and Ginger Mungongo Lip Conditioner, which I already had some on. I'm gonna put on Slay All Day in Vibes. I don't know if it is the lip treatment underneath or the chapstick almost that's underneath, but this is like super patchy. Like super patchy. I mean, it's starting to dry down already, but let's try it again. Let's try a little bit more. Okay, yeah, so this darker color of the Slay All Day from Lottie London is super patchy. And I just wanted to let you know what my final thoughts on the makeup is for the day. So starting off with the eyes, the Note Professional Eyeshadow Palette in 102. I would pass on this. I attempted to use 2 shades from here and neither worked. The Lottie London Daydream palette was okay. I mean, the Girl Gains shade, which is this one here in the middle, this one is still in the inner corners, you can see it, but the First Kiss shade, which had super amounts of fallout, is completely gone. The crease shade, the shade I used in the crease Beach Bum, and I also used it on the sides of my face. It's still there. It's sort of stayed up for the day, but I would not spend the money on this guy. Oops. The blush from Lottie London, the Blush Crush from Lottie London in Justin. Yeah, Justin. This was really nice. I like this. It gave me the kind of flush that I was looking for, and you can still see there is just a little bit of that flush left on my face. Oh, also I forgot to talk about the highlighter from the Daydream palette. So I used this highlighter, this highlighting shade in the Glow, this guy right here, and you can still see that it is definitely there. So not bad. The Lash Princess Mascara by Essence. It's okay. It's not the best. There's a little bit of smudging. Let me zoom you in. There's a little bit of smudging down here, but this eye is feeling really sort of like dry and irritated. This is the other reason that I'm just like doing the final check-in and then taking off my makeup. So that is that. So it's not bad. It's not great. It's not the worst. You know, it's okay. I really liked the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil in Brunette. This one has kind of come off a little bit here, but that's because I've been sort of like rubbing my face. You can see that this side is still intact. And I do really like this. I like the color. That's the main thing. It's not super freaking warm like most brunette shades are. Let's talk about the Lottie London Slay All Day Liquid Lip in Vibes. I have not reapplied this. It has been well over 8 hours and I have not reapplied this once. So I ate lunch. Dinner, and I had a little bit of a snack after I gave blood. And you can see that for the most part, it's actually still intact. And once it dried down, a lot of the patchiness from earlier seemed to sort of smooth out. I don't know how or why, but you can see that the inner portion is pretty much gone, but that is to be expected. So this, I would definitely try other colors, maybe lighter colors, maybe not the darker colors. Flower Beauty Brightening Concealer in shade 1 is crap. It's already in the garbage. No thank you, not interested. That was crap. It's so yellow. You can see under my eyes that it is like super freaking yellow. It did nothing for my dark circles. Half of the product was gone just by twisting up the bottom. I don't even understand. That's ridiculous. So, okay. This Insta Filter Pore Eraser Stick from Lottie London. I'm gonna have to give this another try to see if I actually like this or not. I'm really not sure about this. I'm not sure if it actually even did anything. So that's why I wanna try it again, and I wanna try it with a different foundation. Now, the foundation from Lottie London, the All About That base, it clearly says full coverage matte foundation. It is not full coverage. I wouldn't even say it's medium coverage. So the claims, it doesn't even live up to the claims that it's trying to make. As you can see, it's worn off all around my nose, my upper lip, this portion of my cheeks, my chin. So you can see on my nose, it's definitely separated and sort of sitting in my pores. It started to break up a little bit in here. I mean, it's not too bad. Again, I'm gonna need to wear this one again in order to really give you a definite yes or no, but I think for right now I'm sort of on the fence. All right guys, so that is my final thoughts on all of the products that we used today from the new at Ulta haul. All of these things are relatively new to Ulta, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoy this video, do make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below in order to see all the cool new videos that I put up. And last but not least, if you want to be notified about when I'm putting up a new video, do go ahead and click that little bell icon down below in order to turn on post notifications. All right guys, I will see you next time.